Making gummy bears that are actually gummy is really challenging. Well, I can make them wobbly and I can make them tasty. I'm sure it'll pass as a bear, but it's not gummy. And the reason for that is science.
Yes, science!
So today, oh gosh. Rather than just shoving some jelly into a mold, I'm gonna learn from the best science teacher out there, YouTube. And of course, as everyone knows, if it's on the internet, then it must be true. Let's make, or try to make, some actual gummy bears. So I was rummaging through YouTube looking for some gummy-esque inspiration. I stumbled upon this video by a guy called Andong, and it is a beautiful looking video. I'm very envious of how it looks. I wish like 10% of my videos looked as beautiful as that, but within it was some really interesting information. Talking about the blooming stage with the gelatin sheets, and we actually do really low hydration levels on there. Then there's things like glucose going in all different colors, and what ends up with a super chewy gummy. And if I can pull that off, I'm gonna be exceptionally happy. And then of course, classic Barry Stiley, if we can, we're gonna make some very quirky flavors indeed. Sound like a plan? Let's jolly well give it a go. All right, so the first thing which really threw me is we get some gelatin sheets. Now these are platinum ones and we need 30 grams. So I've weighed these out just a minute ago. Don't let me down. Oh, there we go, 31 grams. But normally you've seen this before that we hydrate these, okay? You soak them in water, they soften up, and then you squeeze all of that moisture out. But apparently by whizzing these up, yeah, come on Ken, this might be a really nice noise. Oh no, it's too thick to slice them all together. Ooh, ooh, hello. Oh, feels like I'm slicing up a small church stained glass window. But they really do have that look. They're crazy. Barry, can you make a transparent playing card? Ta-da! It's a lot easier if you do like very small pieces, all right? Which ironically is what hopefully... Oh my gosh, it just jumped into my eye. Yeah, okay, that's in there. That didn't really do much. What a horrendous noise. It's just pushed it to the sides. All right, so this is actually made by the same company as Ken. People always say, why is it called Ken? It's because made by the company Kenwood. Maybe I should write Big Ken on it, although we do share this in the house. Mrs. B might get offended by that, so I'll give it another week. I mean, I hope this works. My backup plan will be to probably get a cheese grater out if this fails. Okay, it's on. Do you know what? That ain't working either. It's pushing it to the sides like it's some sort of fairground. Gotta get it smaller, and I'm not, and it's scratching it. Can you see the scratch marks on it? Ah! I didn't think this was gonna be the hardest part. We're not off to the best start, so I'm gonna do a grater, because that way it's got to fall through it. Oh, gosh. All right, please work. I will say, some of it is blended quite well. A lot of it's on the floor. Look at this dust. That's what you want. That's the good stuff. See, it's got to fall on these blades. Wow. That's amazing. There's one piece that's stuck. Come on. Oh my goodness, look at that. It looks nowhere near as much as he puts in his video. I'm now extremely scared about this. But if all else fails, we've learned how to make gelatin dust. Wow, look at that. All right, so the jug that I need for the water that's gonna bloom this is actually full of the gelatin dust. So they were platinum sheets, and you can get like gold and silver bronze ones, like slightly lower grade ones. And I think that's something all to do with the bloom. So the platinum has got the higher bloom rate. So I think he went for that one because it gives it a firmer set, but also possibly a more like clearer finish rather than being all like murky. And apparently he tried it with agar, but that didn't work. So this had to be the stuff. All right, so I need 70 grams of water. This is not going to be bang on. If it is, oh my gosh, you've never seen me at a petrol station. Oh, go on. So we're going to use a lot less water, but this should apparently concentrate the jelly network. Sounds like a cheap mobile phone company. But by having less free water in here, it should be like more of a bouncier chew. But if we did bloom it like normally in the other stuff, you'd end up with like a much more hydrated mix that would take days to dry out. And I can see this sort of like, I want to make sure I get every speck in here because that looks like nowhere near as much as he used in the video. All right, and just a couple of minutes later, we're weighing out my sugar for 80 grams. It might be 82. Look at this. It's become some sort of weird caviar. That is a lot of gelatin. It's got to do something. Right, 30 grams. Come on, baby. Oh my, don't let me sneeze. Yes. So that very little amount of water. Oh my God, is this right? This can't be right. That's a tiny amount. Well, I think I'm gonna get a smaller saucepan. That's my compromise. Then the sugar goes in and we need to warm this. Oh, there you go. At least the sugar's highlighting where the water is. Okay, that's a bit more promising. Right then, so he says to warm this to 115°C. Now, as we've known before from warming sugar and water, making a sugar syrup, hence having one of these, a candy thermometer, which are incredible, the higher up in temperature it gets affects the consistency. So we can actually do jam bears if we wanted. But if we start to push it too much, the sugar structure changes and you end up with like a hard-boiled sweet. So we could actually have a rock hard bear. No. The actual probe for the candy thermometer just does not fit in enough. I've got a laser one, but I find them really temperamental. But this should do it. It said 115 to 120 gives the best results. And you don't really want to stir it that often. So it's in the 115 range. I'm going to take that off the heat. And I think if I'm going to do another batch, I'm going to double all of these quantities to make that easier. Now, we should be doing this off the heat, but I'm just getting a bit of a breather. This is glucose. So apparently we could use corn syrup instead, which isn't that easy for me to get in a UK supermarket, so I figured, well, I might as well order this stuff. That is 100 grams bang on. Right, so just quickly warm this back up, but only very briefly. So an inverted sugar is apparently going to help it with its shelf life, but also help with the sugar crystallization and hopefully keep it glossy. Oh, look at that. Get in there, mate. All right. Yeah, I'm going to make like one gummy bear out of this. This isn't enough, is it? Now, he actually does this step when he's flavoring them and says he forgot to do it during this step, but after it's been on the main of the heat, because it will kind of take the effect out. But that's a little bit of citric acid, which obviously for like lemon flavors and stuff like that will really make it pop. All right, so I'm keeping it over the heat, making sure I don't boil it, but the warmer that is, obviously it's going to mix together well. I've now got our fantastic gelatin caviar. Oh wow, look at that. Right, get in there, mate. This is what should be happening. I'm getting slightly more comfortable now. So what we're supposed to do is just warm it up slightly, and that's gone in really, really well. And apparently we need to let it cool down because like a skin, a foam will form on the top that we kind of want to scrape off. Yeah, I might regret this because I might want to keep it warm, but I guess I could put it over a pan with simmering water. Yeah, because already that's going like quite sticky. Look at that. That's actually got an amazing structure to it. But he says we need to skim this off. Ooh, look. Off you come, mate. Otherwise that will set into our bear, and the bear will have like a foamy, I don't know, maybe like curly hair. But yeah, I mean, just for comparison, look at that. You don't want that in there. Okay, so I've put this back over a saucepan to warm it up, and I've actually tried to scrape some more of the foamy stuff off. I think it's pretty much locked there. I've got 2 little tube bottles here to make it easier to squeeze into our molds. Now in the video, he suggests using a water bath and a sous vide machine. I have a sous vide machine and I don't know where it is. I spent hours looking for it last night. I genuinely couldn't find it. So I've got a slow cooker here, which is also warm. That's been going for about an hour and it's a lovely temperature. So look, he says if I can get it to about 65°C, that's perfect. And at the moment, it's just under that. Look. That's how strong it is. Look at this. It's the best chance I've got. I've got to try and scrape this stuff out. Yeah, so I've got my bottles here with a funnel. I don't even think it's going to get that far up. We've got a load of different flavorings and colors here. We've got blue, brown, white. I don't want to do it white. You know, I'm starting to think, oh, that's quite got some movement in it, actually. I think it might have been a lot easier. Ooh, I'm going to try it without the funnel. Come on. I think it would have been a lot easier. Go on, mate. That's it. Trust my driving skills. He did say this makes 50 gummy bears, and the gummy bear mold is quite small, but as long as I can get enough to do like 1 gummy bear and maybe, oh my gosh, look at that. Ah, right. Yellow food coloring, even though I don't know if it needs it anyway, and some lemon extract. Got to do this so quickly. That is warm though, I can feel it. Oh, look. Yes, look at that. That's amazing. Oh, wow. Yes. You've got to do this bit whilst it's warm. I really hope my crock pot slow cooker thing does the job as well. And if that yellow one looked cool, hopefully this will too. Oh, come on, yes. That's amazing. Oh, that's all I've got. But I think we've got enough to do a couple of small ones and 1 big one. But for the time being, you can get in there to stay warm. Right, here we go then, straight from the water bath. Come on, mate. Oh, that's not very much there, is it? Let's just do a couple here just to be sure. Oh, look at you. 2 little ones like that. And I'm going to try and make 1 jumbo one here. And that water bath, by the way, has held it perfectly temperature-wise. I'm going to get one here. This is great. That is perfect. This is great. This is great. This is great. Let's try and do a few more. I've got the big one. Oh, my word. Can you imagine them doing it in a factory like this? Bizarrely therapeutic. So let's go yellow. Let's go yellow. Quite confident about this now. And we could even go like two-tone. Brilliant. Come on, mate. Yes, 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 yes. Settle down, bear. Oh, look how vibrant that is. I've just gutted that the ingredients didn't make anywhere near as much as I thought, but it does say 50, and you know, we're getting a few here now, and those big ones are an awful lot, so it probably is right in terms of that ratio. I just want to make more now. Oh, can we just get a little bit out? Might try and go like two-tone. Oh no, don't seize up on me. Oh gosh, what's going on? Get in there, yellow. Come on, at least get in there a little bit. I put the red one back in the water bath, and that's done an amazing job. That was absolutely bonkers. And like I say, I don't think I need to put it in the fridge, but I'm gonna. Yes, I am. Look at my two-tone attempt in the bottom corner there. That has held the temperature fantastically and is a game changer. I did not have enough mix at all. So we'll see how they turn out. I've got an absolute mountain of washing up to do. It's like a bomb site over there. They've been in the fridge for an hour whilst I was fighting with the washing up, which was pretty intense. You definitely need a lot of warm water, but remember this foamy stuff? Look, I scraped it off. Look how gummy that is. Ah! Right, let's get them out. Okay, let's go with, oh my gosh, that popped out so easy. Look, it's amazing. Oh my word. You stand up, mate. You can stand up. These are really, really good. Look. And this is why I got the bigger mold, because I'm hoping you can see this. Oh, wow. What about these like multicolored ones? Oh, wow, that's it. That's amazing. Look. Oh, look, that's so fun. That is so fun. It does seem so strong in that, you know, where I actually poured it quite rough at the end. That's almost got Iron Man vibes, that one. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. But what about these bigger ones? Oh gosh, come on. Come out well. He did suggest using vegetable oil if you get stuck, but look at that. Look. Oh my word. And I love that they're actually quite clear as well. They're not murky. They've got that true, like, gummy bear look. I am absolutely over the moon with how that turned out. Even the first step thinking, hang on, have we even got enough? And of course, we haven't really got that many for the effort. But even the last steps with the water bath, like that did actually work and help get it out. But now we've nailed this, I want to have some fun. This might sound strange. They actually smell like proper gummy bears from a packet. Tell you what, I've just had another look at these. And is it just me, or are they pigs? Have we made gummy pigs for the big ones? I mean, I think it is a bear. It's got round ears. I think it could class as both, really. It's just the nose. It's giving me pig vibes. Hey, why am I doing that manually? I could see me on the edit. Should we have some fun? Let's make some unhinged gummy bears. Yes, I've got every sheet of gelatin that I have left over at the weight of 134 grams, which is 4.45 times more than last time, so I'm doing this in batches. That took a long old time. They look like little crystals, don't they? Yep, and scaling it up as well, that is going to get bloomed in 313 grams of water. A whopping 354 grams of sugar with 154 grams of water this time. I'm not trying to make these healthy, and interestingly, he did say about adding in fruit juice instead of concentrate, but that did affect the final set. So those concentrated flavours, of which you can get many crazy versions online, probably going to be your friend. I'm after 447 grams of this glucose. If that wasn't enough sugar, oh my gosh, I've absolutely nailed it. Bang on, 447. That's exactly what I needed. All right, getting this up to 115 again. Much easier with this amount in there. All right, 115C, which is deceptively warm. So let's get that glucose in whilst it is. Oh, look at you. Yeah, for some of you guys, corn syrup is probably a lot easier to get hold of. My gut feeling is it probably doesn't make a massive difference, but look, the heat of that already. Breaking that down. Honestly, I've just remembered. We're missing the gelatin. I was like, well, that's really clear. Get in there, mate. Go on. There you go. All right. Yeah, the gelatin isn't going to matter so much. It was all about the sugar syrup, so we took that to 115C. We're just warming it up to help break this gelatin down quicker, but that's definitely back to murky town. Right, so hear me out. So I can do the different flavors. I've got a bit of a bodged idea. But first up, as we know, we've got to let this pour in there. Oh gosh, the bottom of my pan's all browned. In fact, even in the main video that happens, he says, oh, there's a few brown specks there from caramelization, but looking at it, mine looks all right. But I've got a little idea here. Look, if I, just as it cools down, just start to part the foam like this, just try and bring it together a little bit so it's easier to skim off. Yep, this is working well. Oh, that's almost perfect. Yeah, I think I got that out just in the nick of time. Flavor number one, Fanta. I left my funnel in the blooming slow cooker. Oh, there we go. Will we get that carbonation? The citric acid is going to love having this as a friend. Next up, An extremely intense tea.
No, that's perfect. That's a great colour. Oh, there's a few tea flakes in this.
You get the idea. I've got a few more flavours. This is pickle juice.
Oh, that's green, all right.
We've got some chicken stock. This is nice and warm. I think we just let that be whatever colour it wants to be. We've got some hot sauce. Specks of heat in it though. Oh my word. I've got some gin here. Oh, that's a lot of gin. Whoops. Oh, so the other day I made a peanut butter jelly sandwich and actually got some of the Welch's stuff. Oh, wow. We've got a serious batch of varied colour, unhinged gummy bears. I'm going to get these in the fridge and we'll see what they taste like. That does not need long to set. I think half of them already are. But of course, let's see if it was all worth it. Some of these are going to be really good. The others I'm kind of scared about. Well, this is a fun task. They all come out an absolute charm. All right, here's just a handful. Like, look, I love the big one versus like its little cub. The green as well. Oh, that's the pickle one. And there's the Fanta one because you've got that little bit of carbonation on the back.
Right, so here we are. We've got the slightly larger bears lined up with their younger cubs on the board. I had some spare jelly left over. I've got a favourite mould of mine with some old school video game controllers, so made a few of those that look pretty darn awesome. It's just really cool. Like, it feels like a proper sweet.
We'll start with the strawberry. Actually, I think I'll go like smaller ones. Nice. The lemon, I think I actually might chew the head off this one. Ah, look at that. Citrusy. All right, I think this orange one was Fanta. I think that needs more citric acid and more tang. We're gonna go tea. Gritty, but that works. What was this one? Chicken stock. Ugh, it's a very confused gummy bear. Oh, this was the grape jelly. Explosive. The bear has set around the spread, so you've actually got this burst of grape in the middle. That is incredible. Pickle? Oh, confused. That literally tastes of the juice that you get in gherkins and pickles. That literally tastes of pickle juice. Strangely nice. That smells like the hot sauce and I can see the specks. Oh, that works though. It's got this real like speckled heat finish on it. Blimey. I think this was the gin. That took a while to kick in, but all of a sudden it was just like, yep, hello, I'm gin. Oh my gosh, my favorite one by far was the one that you just made at the end with the jelly. That was incredible. The burst within it. Now, before I go, I was looking online for a giant gummy bear mold and they were so expensive. I nearly bought a resin one and some food safe silicone mold paste that you can make putty that kind of eventually turns into this. I saw this in the shop for like a £5, thinking, oh, that's not too bad. But what got me thinking was as soon as this first batch worked out so well like this, I need someone that can 3D print. If you know anyone that can 3D print, I want to scale this up, maybe about the size of here. No, I don't want to go absolutely crazy. But because we've nailed the theory, I've got a really, really fun idea. Not just one flavour for like a sequel to this. So if you've enjoyed the video, let me know. And let me know, of course, if you want to see that. And if you know anyone that can 3D print, it would be massively appreciated. Maybe message me on my Discord or my website contact form. That'd be great. But have we successfully gummied? Yes! I feel a bit bad doing that. Yes, we have. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed this. A bit of science, bit of fun, bit of food. That's what it's all about. Hope I made you smile. Hope you learnt a bit. And I'll see you next time.